Hey guys, Gavin Gear here from UltimateReloader.com. I wanted to give you a quick recap of my experiences at the 2018 SHOT Show. That's right, the 2018 SHOT Show was the 40th year, and it was an absolutely amazing, mind-blowing event. My goal was not to cover the show. I was busy with meetings and looking at all the new cool products and networking. If you want an overview of the show, I would recommend that you go to The Gun Collective and check out the content from John Patton and Company. And if you're into precision rifle, check out the recap summaries on AccurateShooter.com and the 6.5 guys. So, what did I do and what did I see? Well, first, there was just too much to see. I did not see everything at the show. It's almost impossible to. I was only there for 2 days total. What I did do was see a lot of really cool products and meet a lot of really cool people. In fact, I got to meet Steve Hornady himself. It was really cool to get to know this guy, to talk with him, and to just find out how down-to-earth and cool guy he is. At the Hornady booth, I talked to the Hornady team about some of the new reloading products. I got some of the backstory on 6.5 PRC, which is kind of cool, thinking to maybe do something with that this year. Talk about 6mm Creedmoor, another topic I'd like to cover this year on UltimateReloader.com, and a bunch of other stuff as well. I also visited the folks at the Lyman Booth. Lyman is a new partner for 2018. I'm going to be first to show the Brassmith lineup of presses. I actually saw these presses in person, which is cool. They also had a ton of other new cool gunsmithing, gun cleaning, and reloading products. One of them that I thought was particularly interesting was the Lyman Borecam, which now records video in 1080p quality. Very interesting tool and available at a very interesting price point. So maybe you'll see more on that in the months to come as well. I also visited my friends at the Forster booth and got to talk with Robert Ruck and Scott Kemple, two of the guys that are really deeply involved in the Forster lineup of products, and they're just really, really well connected with the rifle shooting sports community, which led me to talk to the Alpha Munitions team. They're developing some really interesting high-end American brass that's available at a very reasonable price point. These are some hardcore long-range rifle shooting guys. I also met the folks from Benchmark Barrels, talked to them a little bit. Later in the show, talked to the Proof Research Group. They've got some really interesting carbon fiber barrels. They've got all sorts of products, ultra-high precision, lightweight rifles. Talked to Seekins Precision, got to meet Glenn, got to talk to him about their product offerings, the Pacific Northwest shooting industry and community. Really interesting to meet some of these people that I've either dealt with online or have admired their products from afar. Then I took a trip to the Vista Outdoor booth where I got to see some of the latest Savage rifles. I've got to talk to the RCBS reloading crew, the Alliant Powder team, and Federal Premium, where I talked to some of those folks about 224 Valkyrie. If you haven't heard about it, this is a new cartridge. It basically pushes the boundaries in terms of 22 caliber projectile velocity and high BC bullet capabilities, all that's designed in a package that fits the AR-15 rifle platform. Very interesting stuff. Perhaps I'll bring you some stories on that as well in 2018. Then I got to talk to some of the specialty outfits, like Dave Manson from Dave Manson Reamers. Really cool guy, really deep subject matter expertise related to some of the content that I'm going to be working on in the months to come and the years to come related to some gunsmithing specifics and things of that nature. Got to meet Albert Dvorak of Dvorak Instruments and Training Systems. I got to take a look at the Trigger Scan in person, this instrument that does a full force distance profiling for trigger setups. It measures lock time. Again, this is one of those tools that I'd really like to get my hands on and show you all how it works and do some more in-depth stuff with trigger profiling and other related tools. it was great to get caught up with the guys at the Starline booth. Starline is a family-owned company. Most of you are familiar with their products. Since 1976, they've introduced a complete lineup of pistol, brass, and now they're offering rifle brass. That's right. And for 2018, they're expanding that lineup with some exciting new calibers. A couple of the interesting ones I've yet to try are 300 Blackout and 7.62 by 39. 7.62 by 39 has traditionally been really hard to find in new brass, so I'm really excited that it's available from a reputable manufacturer at reasonable prices. I also got to catch up with the folks at the Vista booth. For 2018, they have some new cases, including 300 Norma Magnum and 338 Norma Magnum, and it was really interesting to hear more about their company and what they do. One of the newer companies that shot from the reloading scene was Mark 7 Reloading. Mark 7 got their start with auto drive units for Dillon presses, but they've recently introduced their own reloading press lineup, including the Mark 7 Revolution. These presses and auto drives feature a tablet interface that has all sorts of information and telemetry about the loading process, about the cartridges, and control the motor drive system. Pretty interesting stuff, and again, something I'd like to bring you all stories on. One of the cool high-tech things I saw at the show was some of the thermal imaging scopes from Etienne. Etienne has done a really interesting job implementing technology features in their night vision scopes. I was looking at products like the Thor HD, and what's really interesting about these optics is that you can see things at night with thermal imaging, which I think will be a complete game changer for scenarios like coyote hunting and other nighttime predator hunting. But you can also integrate other electronics, things like rangefinders, and there's a recoil activated recording mechanism, a built-in microphone, all sorts of capabilities. Again, something I would love to get my hands on, love to bring you all stories about, and just explore this whole new era of technology that's entering the shooting sports world. I just barely scratched the surface at SHOT Show 2018. There was a whole bunch more I would have liked to have seen, and I guess that's just more for me and for you all to look forward to next year. Look for some exciting stories coming up related to new products that I saw and new connections that I made at SHOT Show 2018. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, happy shooting and happy reloading.